I think a big one that social media definitely blew up about, I know everyone in my life was talking about it, was how the Northern Lights finally came to Northern California this winter.
Active NorCal has become the number one resource for witnessing the Aurora Borealis in Northern California. And look, I know it's rare. I know this isn't Iceland. I know this isn't Alaska. But we get it every once in a while. And the reason I'm so passionate about it is because I've seen them myself over Mount Shasta. So anytime there's these reports of the sun eruptions and everything, we like to report on it. The problem with that is the comment section will murder you if you get it wrong, right? Like, oh, hey guys, we think you might be able to see the Northern Lights in NorCal tonight. You go up there, it's a dud, and they kill me. So we reported in December 2023 that this is the peak of an 11-year sun cycle known as the solar maximum, and the solar maximum basically is the best year for Northern Lights of the 11-year cycle, right? So every 11 years we have these good years. So we reported this. Everyone said, oh, you're full of it. Boom, May 11th happens. May 11, 2024 was the craziest Northern Lights display I have ever seen in Northern California. It was pretty cool.
I didn't see it. I'm not in person, but I saw, I don't know, hundreds of images from friends, family, just the interwebs of all of the most gorgeous images of the Aurora Borealis in Northern California. It was really cool. I didn't even ever know it was possible to get that up down here as far as we have seen it. But yeah, it just it kind of took over the internet.
Yeah, it was really cool. And obviously every single big photographer in the area was all over it. You know, there were a lot of reports that it could happen, and sure enough, it did, and sure enough, it was huge. So,
and then it kept happening.
And, you know, there were a lot of small occasions that it happened throughout the summer, you know, photographers. And a lot of these smaller occasions, it's hard to see with the human eye unless you're out there at 2 a.m. actually looking for it. But these photographers are out there, and with their camera, they can manipulate it to show it better. But then something really cool happened in August. What is it? August 11th was the Perseid meteor shower. And, you know, that's another thing we like to report on. I love the Perseid meteor shower. So photographers went out to witness the Perseid meteor shower. And guess what? The Northern Lights exploded that night. And so there's all these great pictures of the Northern Lights with meteors flying across the sky. It was one of the most, you know, unique star viewing experiences you're ever going to get. So that was sort of the big story. In fact, it was so big, I wrote about it in my pub note of the Active NorCal magazine as a reminder why we do it. Because to me, you know, digital publishing is a lot of, again, comment section warriors. You suck. You know, you guys are wrong on this. You guys don't know what you're talking about. And actually, you know, there's probably not many people who read up on this stuff as much as I do for the Northern California region. So it's kind of my way of sticking the middle finger at them and saying, you know what, I was right, and this is why I do it.
You do tend to read the comment sections a little bit more than you should. You probably less than most other editors, if I'm being honest, but I don't pay attention to it at all.
Well, we also get a lot of spam that I got to delete, so that too. But, you know, I am, it just pops up on my notifications, and so I'll just check out one, you know, and yeah, comment section warriors are the worst. But this is the reason why we do it. These little moments in time that are, you know, amazing for outdoor culture in Northern California. So I like to relish in it.
I do too. Yeah. Shout out NorCal. Shout out Aurora Borealis. Shout out all the photographers, honestly.
All the photographers. You know, I actually quoted him in my pub note, Jake Edwards. You can seen Scapery on both Instagram and Facebook. He is a phenomenal photographer in the Lassen area. But he got some of the greatest photos I've ever seen. Honestly, if you were a photographer and you missed it, you're kind of embarrassed, right? Like it was.
But if you had planned accordingly, you probably had the night of your life.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so we got views of Aurora Borealis over Yosemite, over Tahoe, over Mount Shasta, over Humboldt, all the major locations. We now have beautiful pictures of the Northern Lights over them. So,
And we'll have those forever. Hopefully
have
we
them
get
forever.
to see it again
Yeah.
in the coming years as well.
well, what's 11 years from now? 35. So 2035.
I'll still be around.
Although this year's not over, we might have another one or two left.
We shall see.
Yep.